This morning I'm talking to Liam Doyle from Mulesoft, and Mulesoft just last week did a global launch of their latest software. Before we get to talk about the software, I just wanted to ask you, Liam, it's been just over 4 years since Mulesoft was acquired by Salesforce. Can you tell us what that's been like and what that acquisition has meant for the company?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Michael. It's great to be here. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it was just a marriage of our technology with Salesforce. And as we've continued to develop our customer 360 vision, you find that MuleSoft is really what powers that vision to come to life. You know, if you look at our largest deals, one of the ones we announced in Q1 was NTT. MuleSoft is at the center of all of those deals because ultimately, in order to deliver on the promise of customer 360, you need to be able to integrate across that complex enterprise architecture underneath that enables you to move fast and transform your experiences for your customers, partners, and employees.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense now that we've seen it happen and so on. And Salesforce is a bit of a giant in the planetary sort of sense, I guess. You know, if we look at the digital universe, it's a big show. What does it mean to customers? The latest software. If we had that sort of elevator conversation and you and I was a customer, what would you tell me about the latest kit?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, we believe in this vision that at the end of the day, as we move into this all digital work from anywhere world, what we're all really trying to achieve with our software is automation, and really end-to-end automation. It's been a nirvana that has been really hard to achieve. And when we look across all of our portfolio from MuleSoft and across the rest of Salesforce, we believe that we have the tools to truly enable you to deliver end-to-end automation, regardless of whatever technology you need to get there.
And so as a customer, in practical terms, what does it mean to me, do you suppose?
Yeah, well, at the heart of MuleSoft has always been this idea of composability. How do you move fast, stay agile by taking everything in your business and turning it into building blocks that can be assembled and reassembled to solve a business problem? And so we're extending that to automation. So we introduced last week, we launched the new cloud version of our MuleSoft RPA product. And that really closes the loop on our portfolio, enabling you to take any system, even those legacy systems that are really hard to reach, and being able to automate them with the UI, capture unstructured data from documents, and tie that together with everything else we do with MuleSoft and with the rest of Salesforce so that you can deliver these end-to-end automation goals.
And would you say too, I mean, the thing I noticed last week, or one of the things that sort of was on my mind was that you don't have to be a propeller head anymore to be able to use this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the research that we've done around the demands business are placing on IT, they're asking for 40% more from the IT team than you have historically, and ultimately we believe the solution to that is to empower the rest of the business to participate in digital transformation alongside the IT team, take some of that pressure off the IT team. And so we're really focused with both RPA and Composer. These are tools that the line of business can use to be empowered to innovate alongside, all with the IT team having a central plane of glass to govern and monitor those automations.
Okay. And thinking just in terms of competition, what is MuleSoft's view of the market and where you sit against your major competitors?
Yeah, great question. Obviously we have very formidable competitors in many of the individual markets in which we play in. And we think that the value proposition of MuleSoft and Salesforce, especially when you take into account Salesforce Flow and what we have with Flow Orchestrator, Einstein chatbots, we really believe that we have a pretty unrivaled portfolio to any aspect of automation. And what I'm really proud of is that we've delivered the connectivity across these products as well, so that you truly can wire and rewire these composable building blocks in order to deliver your goals.
Okay. And then just thinking a bit about the future, it's a big question, I guess, but, crystal ball, what do you see happening? Where are we going to be in, say, 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at our latest automation report, we showed that in Australia, 96% of companies reported back to us that the business teams were asking more of them around automation. And so, we just think the trend that will continue for the next 3 to 5 years. We don't see how you can serve the work from anywhere culture for employees and serve an always on, all digital customer without truly automating every aspect of your business wall to wall. And that, as much as we would want that to be a 1-year proposition, is more of a 3 to 5 year proposition for most companies.
Okay, all right. Well, that's sort of promising. And I guess, I mean, just before we go, the other thing that I noticed, you know, an Aussie working in an American software company, that's a sort of, interesting experience. How do they sort of take to you? Do they get your sense of humor? Do you, the Americans take themselves sort of fairly seriously, don't they? So how does an Aussie go in that environment?
Yeah, well, you probably heard me say in the keynote last week how I think the Aussie accent is a bit of a superpower. Definitely opens doors, but I must, some of my jokes and some of my idioms fall flat. For example, chalk and cheese never really. There's very little comprehension about what chalk and cheese means, and so I find that some of my stories don't land.
Okay. So you got a bit of cultural sort of integration to do yourself.
I do, including the accent, apparently.
And you're not wearing the white T-shirt underneath your business shirt just yet, right?
I have not gone that far yet. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, very nice to chat to you, and good to see the show last week. It was very impressive. We'll catch up again, no doubt, at some point, down the track.
I'd really enjoy that. Thanks, Michael.
Okay. Thanks for your time.
Appreciate it.